Welcome to AlexGs Aquarium, everybody. Today I have another update on the 1600 gallon system. It's going to be a real brief update. I just wanted to talk about some of the livestock that's in the tanks right now. I've gone ahead and added some more fish to the system. There's now a total of 5 Royal Brahmas in the 480 gallon tank, along with 4 cleaner shrimp and a cigar wrasse that I added. They've all been in here for at least a week and a half, 2 weeks, if not just a few days. The big 720 gallon tank has also got some new residents in it. I now have a Spanish hog, a clouded wrasse, a small clown trigger, and a flame angel that have been added to that system as well. They've been in there for a couple of weeks now. They've been all doing good. Everybody in here seems to be doing pretty good. You can't really see them because they're all still feeling themselves out in this tank. There's one Royal Brahma still that hasn't figured out that something else exists in this tank other than the side and the corner. Which when I put them all in, it was kind of funny. They all went to corners of the tank and only one had gone into the rock structure. So over the last few days, I started to see them all slowly migrating into the rocks, which is nice to see. And they're all picking out their little territories and making themselves little areas to go in. Fish in the 720 gallon tank have also been doing good. I'll show some footage of them here in a little bit. I just want to briefly talk about livestock today, what's in here. I'll state it out right now because I know the question's going to be coming inbound on it. These fish did not go through a quarantine period. They simply came right into the fish tank. My main thing is at this point I need to get some bio load in the tanks. And one of the things I truly feel with this system, because of its size, is that really trying to maintain a tank that is disease-free and parasite-free, I truly believe that is nearly impossible. And I'm fine with certain things being in here. The fish are added slowly and they're put in. I get them all from a single supplier right now, which is my local fish store, Reef Plus. And he gets some really nice fish in. They've all been doing good. They've all been eating well. I'm going to probably continue to just get fish from him mostly if I can, because I'd rather get everything from a single source where I know they're getting them in from a good supplier. As far as quarantine in the future, I will definitely have a quarantine/observation tank set up. I have a 40 gallon breeder right now that I bought for that purpose a while ago, but I really feel that until I start to get more fish in here and everyone's kind of getting along, I think at that point I'm going to start doing more of a standard quarantine procedure or an observation period at least, to make sure that nobody's carrying anything really bad in. I really truly believe though that you are always going to be able to get some type of fish disease into your tank, and it doesn't have to come from fish. It can come from any kind of inverts, coral, macroalgae, rocks, anything that's added to your tank could potentially be something that's a carrier, and it's virtually impossible to stop that at some point if it happens. I've seen people that have gone through and done really strict quarantine measures only to add a batch of snails or crabs into their tank for a cleanup crew, and within a couple of days of that they got a major tank crash. All their fish are dying. Some kind of disease came in there like a marine velvet, and it's unfortunate, but sometimes even with the best procedures in place, you can't always stop these things from happening. And I know it's a very sensitive subject with quarantine. There's a lot of debate around it, a lot of discussion around it. I kind of tend to fall in the middle with it. I want to say, this is my opinion on this, personal opinion on it. And I'm more than happy to hear your opinions on quarantining, whether you like what I'm doing or not. I really want to emphasize and say on this topic that, part of this hobby is that there is a very wide diversity of opinions and thoughts and feelings and methods, and most of them can work just fine for a lot of people. Sometimes they don't work for others, and you really got to kind of take all that information that's out there and kind of formulate your own opinion on it. So I don't expect everybody to do what I'm doing with getting fish in their tank. I know that there's some risk involved with what I'm doing. I'm willing to accept that risk, and so far everything's okay. And eventually, once this tank starts getting more stocked up, I'm going to move into more of a quarantine habit. Even if there is ick in the system, I'm not worried about that because the fish are living with it and not showing signs of it or progressive signs where it's getting worse and worse on them. I think everything is okay. A white spot on a fish once in a while, as long as it doesn't progressively get worse, isn't going to kill them. The thing to remember is all these fish live in the ocean with all these parasites and diseases, and it's far more dangerous for these animals in the ocean. I really feel that providing a stress-free environment that has good water quality is going to be one of the best things you can have if anything gets introduced to the tanks, because you want the natural immune system of these fish to be strong. Depriving fish of interacting with some of these things can sometimes hurt them in the long run because their immune systems can become weak. Whether or not you believe that, that's, again, you have to do some research and reading on it, formulate your own opinion on it. That's where I stand right now with adding fish. So at least for the near future, I'll still be adding fish into this system without doing any kind of quarantine, other than seeing them at the local fish store, watching them, observing them, knowing that they don't have some obvious signs of stress or disease. And then if they look good, they'll be paying my tank a visit and hopefully be a really long resident for many years. With that, I'm going to roll to some footage of the fish swimming around the tank so you guys can see the livestock that's in here, how they're interacting. Like today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know you like the video. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down too, that's okay. Of course, I'm really interested to hear your comments and questions on today's topic. If you have any, please leave them down below in the comments section. I hope everybody enjoyed the footage of the fish swimming around so you guys get an idea of my livestock and how it's looking in the tanks. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next video.